Hi guys, so I just did a reading for August 8th, 2016, and I did a pretty long reading on 4 cards. So I'm going to do a part 2. So maybe you've seen the other video, maybe I can link it below if you haven't. See what resonates for you. I didn't expect to do a part 2, but I feel like I'm just going to continue. So August 8th, 2016, this is a general reading, 8/8/2016, pretty cool. See what resonates for you. We're all children of God and we're all psychic. So see what messages feel right and bring you clarity. It could be one nugget that makes sense and brings clarity to whatever you're wondering, concerned, confused, inquiring, dreaming, praying about. Or it could be the whole reading. In the end, use your logic and intuition together to make sound decisions that are based in love for the highest and greatest good of everyone involved in the situation, and so on. So we are all uplifted in love. Remember, how you ride these energetic waves that come through here is always up to you in the end. Let's begin. All right, so I'm just going to show you the cards that I got in part 1 because I actually still have them upright because I just hit play again or hit record on this again. So it was 19, pride. I also think of the sun, I think of spirit, and I think of the heart. I don't know why I think of the heart because that should be green like you, Vincenzo, but perhaps the beating heart here. I don't know. You also see the red, and then you look through the window in this cold winter's day and you see Monet's wife, you know, having to go out into the cold while he's sitting looking at her in the warmth, or remembering the day she had to go away, you know, remembering her leaving, remembering her coming home. This is God Gave Us Memories So We Might Have Roses in December by Sir J.M. Barrie. Sorry. Then we had the vegetarian card, which I just had this image of you or us, you know, going in a beautiful market, perhaps even an outdoor market, your garden, even better, and just putting in your basket all these gorgeous colors, you know, greens and purples and yellows, you know, squash that looks like his beak, and green beans that look like Vincenzo's feathers. You know, just think of color as having vibrational frequency. Okay, and vibrational frequency shows up in the color that we see because that frequency is also in that fruit or vegetable. So think of just putting this rainbow of frequencies that are like living things into your body, and just working in your body and helping your cells move around and respond. I want to say respond with nature and rebuild and repair your body and go where they need. They're alive. They know where to go. They know what to do. Listen to your inner guide to know what to eat. You know, we're all a different frequency. We all have different patterns and energetic vibrations in us. So only you can feel what's going on in here of what is good for you, where and when, and how much to have. So perhaps some of you are thinking of eating more vegetables, becoming a vegetarian, you know, putting more things that are alive in your diet, you know, like living plants. I want to keep saying photosynthesis for some reason with this. All right, and then you had the honeybee, which is also, I want to say, you know, we can live on honey. It has everything we need to be sustainable, I think. So I also see you putting honey on wounds with this, so compassion and forgiveness for yourself, for others, for situations, for whatever, for just knowing we're all in this together. You know, don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be so hard on others, at least today. Okay, so that's my little review on the last part, and let's get to the Tarot, Illuminati, and see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, our higher self, angels, and energies of love have for the highest, greatest good of everyone involved today, to bring some clarity into whatever we're wondering. Highest, greatest good of all, help us out. One card to begin with. Let's see what we get. Princess of Swords. So I see seagulls, but no ocean. Perhaps she's, I want to say, sending messages across the ocean, trying to reach the ocean, trying to reach the sea, sending messages through the air. She has like fiery, passionate hair, and I see the winds just rushing around her because her thoughts are so clear. Her thoughts are so freaking powerful that she somehow connects to the Mama Nature part of air and her powerful messages. Whether or not she speaks it or not, the energy going on in her mind, I want to say that she, of her thoughts and where she's placing it, just moves right with spirit. Spirit's right with her. These birds are right with her, and they're like circulating her. I see them circulating her clear thoughts into the skies, into the air, into the ethers, you know? So it's also like air signs, so Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, but this could just mean it's clarity of thought. Sometimes this rushes in when you don't expect it. I also think like this has a little bit to do with what I was saying in part 1, when I went in the little bit of a Virgo tangent, because the Princess of Swords sometimes just rushes in and wants to give the truth and doesn't really think about how harsh she might be saying what is truth, you know? So she doesn't always, I want to say, put a band-aid on her thoughts. That was a weird, let me get more clarity with that one. Perhaps she had harsh thoughts about something or someone or a situation in the past, and now she just wants to clear the air. Just, I see the words forgiveness and compassion. I don't usually see words, but I'm sure those were probably words somewhere else. Yes. So perhaps they're still ringing in my mind to be said. I see a storm in the background, and I see a stone of stability at her feet. I see earth around her, even though it's an air sign. So the Chariot. So perhaps one more card. I need a picture, guys. The Chariot's big victory. You know, this is like, I see the dark horse, I see the light horse, and I see a lion of gold in the middle. Maybe that's Leo. This is the Leo energy pushing you forward, riding you towards victory. This is the big victory. You know, I see this Chariot leaving his kingdom, leaving the walls behind and moving towards something better really fast, and just going through the water, going through the puddles. I see reflection. Let's see what that card is. Whoa, that's the Two of Swords. All right. So I feel like this is the same energy here as here. Okay. So this princess is a younger energy. It's a general reading, so it's not a male or a female. It's a person making a decision and finally coming clear with perhaps something that was said in the past. Perhaps now they see something different. Perhaps now the sun is coming out through the clouds, through the storm. You know, spirit is now connecting with her. It's moving with her in this, not against her. She's, I want to say, seeing a clear image reflecting within that sword when the sun comes through. It's like the sword is shining. Now look at her, you know, or him. You know, here, you're blind, you're in the dark, you have to use your gut to decide. You know, you can see that it's like either the sun is setting or it's coming up in the background. Like the sun and the moon are kissing. You know, and you're just stalling, stagnant on, sitting on this decision. You know? I feel like saying it's time to make a decision. You know something is coming clear to you, or there's information that is coming to you today, or it has come, that's making things clear. Only you know what that is for your situation. What feels like you have a connection in your gut to spirit all of a sudden, where it looks like, you know, the energies that are around you in your actual world are connected to you. When you have a powerful thought in your head and the wind comes rushing around you, what is that for you? For you. You know, where are you connected to the rain? Where are you connected to the sun? Where are you connected to the trees and the birds and the earth? And where is that bringing you clarity? Pay attention to what's going on in your head. I feel like the sun is not out when you're sitting on your ass here. It's dreary and it's dark. And the tide is weird. And your feet are probably sitting there getting wet because you haven't moved your feet in so long. And if you have wet feet, eventually, as my mother said, you're going to get yourself sick. Even though I don't think that is really true. But I think it's placebo effect. If you believe that, that can be true. But, you know, it does suck to have wet feet. It does suck to have cold feet. So perhaps you need to go to drier ground. I want to say higher ground here. I want to say the mountains, you know, so you can see the landscape clearly, so you can see the picture clearly, so you can learn, I want to say learn how to use your sword, you know, where to actually draw your lines. I feel like in this one, she's chosen to give one of her swords away. You know, maybe you gave your power away here. Maybe the power wasn't in your control. You thought the power wasn't in your control about making a decision. The only thing you can do is take your power back and not give somebody so much power. Take back the control to make decisions yourself, to do what's good for you. What is this decision for you? Even if you're blinded, you need to make a decision. You need to trust yourself. You need to trust your gut that you can make the right decision and make a decision. Trust that your decision is bringing you victory. The big V. The big V. Victory! Like the big V. I feel like I should be a cheerleader here, but I was just a majorette. So, learning to ride this after the storms. This is coming through battles, coming through every different situation, scenario, coming from your life. You know, guys? Coming from our lives, coming from our past lives, and learning to ride our chariot, our boat, our hot air balloon, our plane, our car, you know? I want to say your stick shift. You know, getting on your horse. I see a golden chariot here with this, I just see this lion, like, even though these two horses are the living things here, I see this as a living thing. Maybe you're taming the beast, you know? You've learned to tame the beast within, and now you're taking hold of the beast. And you're going to ride that shit with Mama Nature, you know, with God, with Source, you know, with the higher driver yourself. You know, you're connecting your inner and outer driver, maybe, with this one. I think that's the only way you can drive this kind of chariot, is when you have a true connection. I want to say as above, so below, you know. And let's do another card. I have this. This is the Classic Month 1 Meredith's Jars of Joy. It's meredithsjarsofjoys.com. My mom got me this. So let's pull a card. This is by Joseph Campbell. People say that we are all seeking, that we're all seeking is a meaning for life. I don't think that's what we're really seeking. I think that what we're seeking is an experience of being alive, so that our life experiences on the purely physical plane will have resonances within our innermost being and reality, so that we actually feel the rapture of being alive. That's what it's all finally about. Joseph Campbell. I think that's what I was saying with the chariot, guys. So I hope this was helpful. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon.